Sitting in a room with the play of light and dark as the sun filters through the swaying bamboos, architect Shahid Abdullah tells us that his approach in architecture is very honest. Looking at his office, we get a very good idea of how he incorporates natural elements into his designs, which is very impactful. His philosophy is based upon creating a connection with man and nature. In Shahid Saab's opinion, it is important to create spaces that involve nature visibly, hence evoking emotions. Talking about his interest in architecture, he tells us how his design sensibilities began at an early age. Before he proceeded for his architecture education, Shahid Saab and his elder brother, late Arshad Abdullah, worked at Pyar Ali Mir Ali for 2 years. After returning from college, they joined the firm once again, which now runs under the banner of Arshad Shahid Abdullah Private Limited. Being one of the founder members of the Indus Valley, the relocation of Nasirwanji building to the present Indus Valley campus was his brainchild. The Nasirwanji building was an old warehouse in Karadar. It was a great achievement as it broke all barriers. As such, a feat to relocate a block to block was never thought of in the subcontinent. For Shahid Abdullah, the essence is for us to perceive architectural spaces as a retreat. I'd now like to invite him on stage for his presentation. Thank you.
Assalamu alaikum. I'm not here to speak about architecture as such, or our practice, or anybody else's practice. आज का मौजू जो है वो it's in continuation to what Asiya very beautifully explained about Parveen Rahman, where what she had done is beyond architectural practice. And I think this is what I would like to speak about. What we as architects, we are trained to think, we are trained to solve problems, and any kind of a problem. Because when we are trained to think, and I think the best thing that happens to us is that we go to school. If there are 50 students in class, everyone is given the same problem, and there are 50 different answers, and most of them work. So which means that there are maybe 50 ways or 500 ways to think and to approach a problem. And some are better than the others, but they all work. It's interesting that a small part of my talk is about Parveen Rahman. The talk is going to end with a lecture, which I think you'll have to tolerate me for that. But I think as we are living in this land of opportunity, that I like to talk about those opportunities that some of us have accepted and worked with those opportunities. And the intention of this talk is that how many more of us can get involved in these opportunities. I'm sorry that I don't have lots of names who've actually dealt with these ideas of helping. I'm just going to briefly talk about a few of the works that few of these friends have worked on, and maybe open up a dialogue, or at least thought process within your own minds, that what we can all do as a team or what we can all do as professionals. Because each one of us have contributed to society. एक चीज़ जो बहुत अच्छी है कि being architects or artists, हमारे बल अच्छी है, ये बहुत बुरी है कि हमारे अंदर एक बिजनेस सेंस ज़्यादा नहीं होती, तो हम दिल से ज़्यादा काम करते हैं और दिमाग से एटलीस्ट बिजनेस साइड को भूल जाते हैं हम। और वो क्लाइंट भी आपको रिमाइंड करता रहता है, अरे यार 2 लाइनें तो खींचनी है आपको यार। एनीवे, यू नो व्हाट दोज 2 लाइनें मीन। It's not that easy. I'm going to basically show some recent works that have been done beyond the architectural practice of several आठ नौ लोग हैं जिनके बारे में मैं बात करना चाहूँगा। And I apologize once again, at least even for these 8-9 people that I'm going to talk about. I'm just going to touch upon the tip of all the work that they have done. And I am really talking about beyond their professional practice. Parveen, however, has taken it as her professional practice. And I wish most of us would have done that. एक चीज़ जो बहुत इम्पॉर्टेंट है कि परवीन ने कोई लंबे चौड़े शाकार नहीं बनाए, कोई लंबी चौड़ी बिल्डिंगें नहीं बनाई, मगर उनसे कहीं ज़्यादा बनाया उसने. That all of us remember her for. I have met her maybe 3-4 times, but even I had to shed a tear when I heard about her. I really felt hurt. And I'll be very surprised whoever has met her or heard of her did not feel sad about that woman. And it's only because I think what she has done and what she believed in and what she continued to do. I will not delve much about what she has done because Asiya has already mentioned a little and most of you have already known with the Orangi Pilot project what all that these people did, whether it was planning the neighborhoods or whether it was getting into the construction technology, getting into the water and the drainage systems, getting into the streets, various things. And all what we were talking about or what they were doing is they were lending the ideas in their professional practice what they had learned. That there is a way to live and there is a way to improve on how you live. Either it is with self-help or with other people's help. मगर ये चीज़ें बहुत बहुत ज़रूरी हैं हमारे लिए कि हम किसी माहौल में या मोहल्ले में रहें, कुछ ना कुछ contribution हमें करनी चाहिए. Even if it is to plant a tree or maybe put a bench somewhere, you have done something for the neighborhood that you will be remembered for. The bad and the good, इससे पहले भी ज़रा दिखा दें, that's how it was, that's how it ended up to be. And it's all self-help. कोई इसमें अरबों रुपए या करोड़ों रुपए नहीं लगे, ना जाके गवर्नमेंट से हाथ फैलाएं इन्होंने. I think it's a great thing that our government is useless because it just ends, हमें नेकियां मिलती रहती हैं इसलिए कि अच्छे काम करते रहते हैं हम लोग. And I think I will be criticized for this, but I am ready to talk about this. Is there any more on? Okay, similarly, Danish Zubi has done his part. Danish Zubi is not an architect, he's an artist, he's an interior designer, a thinker, a musician, a singer, all wrapped in one. But above all, he's a very good human being. Caring and trying to help other fellow human beings, never saying no to anybody who comes for help. these are all the characters, I guess, of a good human being. And yes, a tremendous professional. That goes without saying. I mean, any one of us who has seen his work has to respect what he does. This is a village that he worked on. Of course, whatever I am going to show you, it's not just these individuals who worked on them. There is a lot of other individuals who are actually a part of these initiatives that one takes. And once again, I will apologize that if I miss out a lot of the work that people have done, and to wo jo bhi, because I didn't have that much time, so we just showed a few of these. Next. So it's a village that was after the floods. Here was an opportunity from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala ki yaar, okay, you're there, can you help? And a lot of us went ahead and helped. And so I would say Allah provided us this opportunity to do neki, and one goes and does it. And if you don't do it, somebody else will. Because He has guided us. We are just a zariya to do these things. हम नहीं करेंगे, कोई और कर देगा. So various things, the planning, the details, you end up doing something nicer than what was before, and of course more practical. Now these were village clusters that they had designed, and I'm sure that it was better planned, it was nicer than what it was earlier. Yes, currently you don't see much character of a village, but I'm sure after a while, when the trees grow and when all the bakris and the bakras come in there, वो एक life आनी शुरू हो जाएगी उसमें. So with very, very simple interventions, a lot of this work, I'm sorry, I think I do see Danish. I'm sorry that I am unable to show a lot of the works that you've done, but this is just the tip of explaining how much we as architects and artists can help society. Next. Okay, this is another thing that is extremely unusual. As I was mentioning, Danish being a tremendous artist, this in 1993, 20 years ago, I think we are exactly where we were, sad. And that's when he was writing about the elections of 1993, कि ये nation है, ये caretakers हैं, और वहाँ leaders हैं. It was a message that he was giving, and these got published in the newspapers, and there were several of these after that, where a very, very socially responsible person, Danish, here we're talking about the foreign aid, and the nation is, oh, पीछे मियाँ साहब खड़े हुए हैं कोई, Karachi की जो, like, this is the daily game of snakes and ladders, कि जब आप चढ़ना शुरू करते हैं कुछ ना कुछ आपको डस लेता है, and you're back to where you were. Either you die or you're back to zero. Yawar and Mehboob, once again the opportunity came, the earthquake first. Several architects got involved in this program, where I think the very same evening of the earthquake happened on Saturday, Ramzan. Saturday evening after iftar, we got together in Clifton at Dunkin' Donuts and we had a meeting. The next morning we met again and we partnered with TCF and decided to build 5,000 homes. उस वक्त तक कुछ ये हमने अंदाज़ा लगाया था कि कोई 20,000 घर वहाँ डैमेज होएं या डिस्ट्रॉय होएं. So we as a group decided कि यार उनमें से 5,000 बना देते हैं, not realizing कि 5,000 घर कितने होते हैं और उसके पैसे कैसे जमा होंगे और logistics and all these things. खैर जी, यावर and Mehboob got involved with that, and इसको जो spearhead कर रहे थे, that was Adnan Azhar. मैं तो खैर यही कहता हूँ, Adnan Azhar is actually almost the next in line with Sattar Idi as far as social work is concerned. तो and of course many other groups, अभी Paragon की बात हुई है, they've actually shown all of their other professional works, but what they did not talk about is that Paragon, Mr. Aftab Siddiqui, is always there to help whenever there is a calamity, whenever there is any help required in this country. And I would like to give a hand to Paragon. Paragon played a very important role along with engineers, Mushtaq and Bilal, and various other groups, the IAL group. They came forward, they donated the metal sheets, just whole loads of people. And that's where you really see कि इंसानियत किस में है. Who is it? आप जाके भीख नहीं मांगते, आप इन्फॉर्म करते हैं सिर्फ कि यार ये मसला हुआ है, do you want to participate in this or not? तो अगर अल्लाह ने आपको तौफीक दी है उस वक्त तो आप आ जाते हैं आगे, उस वक्त नहीं तौफीक दी, ओके नेक्स्ट टाइम. बट वन डजंट गिव अप कि ठीक है जी, यू आर नॉट रेडी फॉर इट फॉर वट एवर रीज़न, बट वन डजंट फील बैड कि यार देखो इतना मालदार है, पैसे नहीं दिए. अरे भाई, अल्लाह ने तौफीक, ही वॉजंट रेडी टू डू दैट नेकी एट दैट टाइम. तो जब तैयार होते हैं वो हो जाती है नेकी. Anyway, so they did a huge rehabilitation project of villages. I'm sorry, we are actually showing the floods first. Actually, दो दफ़ा floods आए थे, तो दो दफ़ा काम हुआ है ये. So ARCOP, Yawar and Mehboob, mostly they were saying that we should write the name ARCOP, that ARCOP got involved. But yes, it was those two individuals who were really involved, and I am quite sure that most of their office was involved in it also. So, and it's not a one-man show. When you start doing these things, it is the will of the person who takes it on. These are opportunities that come our way. You can either take them or you can walk away with it. So when I say there's a land of opportunity, I don't know how many countries of the world. Let's just move a little ahead. These are all the planning, all the development, and it's not that. At least मैं तो आपको बता सकता हूँ, जो ऐसी चीज़ें होती हैं इसमें दिल ज़्यादा लगता है. Because आपके पास क्लाइंट जो होता है वो कि कहने वाला नहीं होता कोई, आप अपने दिल से काम कर रहे होते हैं. और कितने ऐसे काम हैं जो आप इतने दिल से करते हैं, आप क्लाइंट के लिए नहीं करते इतने दिल से कभी. This is what they found, and almost 4,000 homes were made at that time, और कुछ 6,000 temporary shelters were made, and even more than that, जो planning नहीं थी कि pre-temporary shelter, जो tents दिए थे और फिर खाना जो था और बाकी चीज़ थी. And so one had to go through the whole process, and what really happened, and I have to mention this to you, that construction technologies were developed at that time. उनको घर बनाने सिखाए कि आइंदा ये ना हो, which was, I think, very important. Every house has running water now. जो नीचे जाते थे river पे पानी जमा करने, this little simple technology they made, कि जो छोटे छोटे चश्मे आते थे, they tapped चश्मास, एक छोटी सी टैंक बनाई, द चश्मा वेंट इन देयर, और जिसको पानी चाहिए वो जाके अपना पाइप लगा लेता था चश्मे में. एंड नाउ दे हैड रनिंग वाटर बिकॉज इट वाज ऑल इन अ स्लोप, सो वाटर वाज कमिंग बाय ग्रेविटी एनीवे. सो लिटिल इंटरवेंशन. सो आई एम सेइंग दैट इट इज इमेंस, एंड आई can't imagine the amount of satisfaction that they would have gotten in achieving this. These are like the easier houses. There will be a house. Construction material वहाँ लेके जाना, और मतलब इट जस्ट was almost an impossible task. मगर whenever you start doing, आपको नेक काम करने जाते हैं, अल्लाह मियाँ दरवाजे खोलता है और अल्लाह मियाँ आपको गोद में उठा के काम कराता है फिर. And that's really the beauty of that. And I can assure you कि आपकी प्रोफेशनल प्रैक्टिस इफेक्ट नहीं होती कभी इससे, बेहतर होती है इससे. आई हैव अ वेरी वेरी स्ट्रॉन्ग बिलीफ इन दैट कि आप जब नेक काम करते हैं तो इमीजिएटली आपको 10 गुना 40 गुना एक्स्ट्रा मिल जाता है. यस, काम भी आता है और भी आते हैं ऐसे. अब ये भी हो सकता है कि जी आपके मोहल्ले में कोई ख़राबी ना हो, आपके मोहल्ले में कोई गरीबी ना हो. आई जस्ट हर्ड कि सऊदी अरब में उनको यही नहीं पता कि वो ज़कात किसको दें. हाउ सैड. हम उनको मौके पैदा कर रहे हैं नेकी करने के. पाकिस्तान भेजते हैं वो, बिकॉज वहाँ को ऐसा गरीब है ही नहीं जिसको वो ज़कात देते हैं. वो अमेरिका में रहते हैं, यूरोप में रहते हैं. दे हैव नो वन टू गिव ज़कात टू. दे डोंट हैव पीपल वेयर वो द स्टेट टेक्स केयर ऑफ इट. तो आप अगर कोई नेकी करना चाहें नहीं कर सकते. आप एक गार्बेज कैन रखना चाहें नहीं रख सकते. आपको स्कूल बनाना चाहें गरीबों के लिए नहीं बना सकते, गरीबी नहीं है. और आपको कौन बनाने देगा स्कूल? एंड आई यू मैड? इसलिए कि वो दिल से ही नहीं निकलता लोगों के कि वो जाके पैसे दें. चाइना में मैंने सुना है कि दे डोंट बिलीव इन गिविंग चैरिटी. दे जस्ट डोंट. ओके, हाउ सैड. एनीवे, लेट्स मूव ऑन. शाहिद खान, इनकी कहानी बहुत इंटरेस्टिंग है. आर्किटेक्ट, प्रैक्टिस मोस्ट ऑफ हिज लाइफ इन इंग्लैंड. पाकिस्तान आए, प्रैक्टिस के साथ, मेरे ख्याल में प्रैक्टिस उन्होंने छोड़ दी है अपनी और ये इन चीज़ों में लग गए. ही गोज़ टू दीज गरीब गुरबा इलाके, उसमें टेक्नोलॉजीज़ इंट्रोड्यूस कर रहे हैं. लिटिल सोलर पैनल्स दैट यू सी ऑन द टॉप, ड्रिंकिंग वाटर, कंस्ट्रक्शन टेक्नोलॉजी, छोटी छोटी चीज़ें. ही इज़ एडिंग टू दीज विलेजेस वेयर ही इज़ ब्रिंगिंग द पीपल. मड ब्लॉक्स कि इसके साथ घर कैसे बनते हैं, आराम से कैसे बन जाते हैं, मजबूत कैसे बन जाते हैं, इकोनॉमिकल कैसे बन जाते हैं, आप खुद कैसे बना सकते हैं. नाउ दीज आर ऑल द थिंग्स दैट आर बीइंग इंट्रोड्यूस्ड. और मैं बता रहा था, आई एम सॉरी, गोइंग बैक टू द कश्मीर earthquake, what Adnan did is that he initiated an entire program of construction methodology. वहाँ लोग कंक्रीट ब्लॉक नहीं बनाते थे, कारपेंट्री इतनी नहीं करते थे. ही एक्चुअली मेड दीज वर्कशॉप्स कि आरा मशीन लगी वहाँ तो कंक्रीट ब्लॉक बनाने शुरू किए, बाकी चीज़ें बनानी शुरू की. एंड द होल एरिया हैज़ बिकम वेरी सेल्फ सफिशेंट. और अब ये रनिंग वाटर जो आ रहा है, तो अभी औरतें जो हैं, बिलीव इट और नॉट, लॉट ऑफ दीज वुमेन आर एजुकेटेड, मगर वो पूरा दिन लगता था उनको नीचे जाके पानी लेके आके पहले नीचे जाके कपड़े धोती थी, फिर वापस आती थी ऊपर, पूरा दिन निकल जाता था इनका. नाउ दे डोंट नो व्हाट टू डू विद दैट टाइम, सो दे आर ऑल नाउ गेटिंग बियॉन्ड their housework. किसी ने कुछ कोई स्टिचिंग सेंटर शुरू कर दिए, किसी ने पढ़ाना शुरू कर दिया, किसी ने और शुरू किया. मे बी 20 years from now we'll see the outcome of that. कि what did this little intervention by a group of architects, what did it do to that entire neighborhood? And that neighborhood is about 21 kilometers. This is how much intervention that was done. Anyway, coming back to Shahid Khan, तो various pumps हैं, पानी है, all of these things that he was doing. One solar panel, एक लाइट लगा दी वहाँ, एक विलेज के अंदर शाम को लोग बैठ सकते हैं आके वहाँ. And now these are, I'm sure, इसके पैसे मिलने बहुत आसान होते हैं. And I can assure you, each one of you can generate this much money through your relatives or through your friends or through your clients, यार एक बत्ती लगवा दो. I think it'll be very sad if there is one out here who say I can't raise this much money. इसका मतलब आपने कोई अच्छे काम नहीं किए कि आप किसी से पूछ सकते हैं कुछ, इसलिए कि आप अपने लिए भीख नहीं मांग रहे हैं, खुदा न खास्ता आप इंसानियत के लिए मांग रहे हैं कि यार ये आपको लगवाना है, नहीं आप नहीं लगवाएंगे तो कोई और लगवा देगा. तो अब ये जो इसमें जो दुआएं मिलती होंगी, इसमें जो नेकियां मिलती होंगी इन लोगों को, आई थिंक इट वुड बी ट्रेमेंडस. नेक्स्ट. तारिक कैसर. I'm just going to talk of the Indus Hospital, while I'm sure he's done many other works. इन्होंने मेरे ख्याल में ये प्रोफेशनली शुरू किया था, and he is so moved about this project that अगर आप में से कोई भी गया वहाँ, जो भी आप इसमें देख रहे हैं ये प्रोफेशनली नहीं होता, ये दिल से होता है. ये कि वेंटिलेशन कैसी है इसमें और लोग कैसे बैठ रहे हैं, बिकॉज दिस इज ऑल फॉर द पुअर. इट्स अ कंप्लीटली फ्री हॉस्पिटल. अगर आप कोशिश भी करें पैसे देने की, नहीं लेते वो पैसे. सो हियर आई एम सेइंग कि ये कहाँ का ये गरीब हॉस्पिटल दिखाई दे रहा है. और गरीब होती क्या चीज़ है? इट्स अ वेरी टेम्पररी फेज कि आपके जेब में अगर पैसे नहीं है तो आप गरीब हैं. माई गॉड, आई डोंट थिंक एनी वन ऑफ अस इज गरीब. इट इज़ नॉट द मनी. आई थिंक गरीब वो होता है जिसका जहन गरीब होता है. हियर आई एम सेइंग कि इट्स अ ब्यूटिफुल स्पेस दैट ही इज़ मेड. एंड ऑफ कोर्स ये एक्चुअली वन ऑफ दीज इज़ द टीबी क्लिनिक. ये क्लिनिक्स हैं जो दरवाजे खुल जाते हैं और ये आउटडोर बन जाती है, ये ऐसे बन जाते हैं ये, एंड दैट्स हाउ द पेशेंट्स कम. तो आपकी नेचुरल एयर और वेंटिलेशन इसके थ्रू जाती है, सो दैट देयर इज़ नो क्रॉस बैक्टीरिया एंड जर्म्स की ट्रांसफ़र नहीं होता उसमें. एंड दैट्स अ लिटिल मस्जिद ही डिज़ाइन फॉर द इंडस हॉस्पिटल. Arshad is another one that who felt very strongly about helping humanity, and I became his partner. So, but it was really Arshad who has initiated a lot of the works that we have done. हमारे दफ्तर में एक पूरा डिपार्टमेंट है that does nothing but social work, because we feel that we have to have it. हमने 91 में जब सिटीजन्स फाउंडेशन करने का सोचा, तो उस वक्त ये फैसला हुआ था कि बिकॉज वो ज़माने में भी तकरीबन यही मसले हो रहे थे जो आजकल हो रहे हैं, या उस वक्त ज़्यादा डरावने लगते थे. आज अगर 10 मर जाते हैं तो कोई मसला नहीं होता, चलो भाई नॉर्मल है कि 10 मर गए. उस वक्त अगर एक मर जाता था, एक किडनैप हो जाता था, यूज्ड टू बी वेरी नर्व रैकिंग कि जी अरे यार उनकी वो गाड़ी चोरी हो गई. आज भाई गाड़ी चोरी हो जाती है, दूसरे कहते हैं यार दफ़ा करो तुम्हारी जान तो बच गई ना. देयर इज़ नो न्यूज़ अबाउट दैट. उस वक्त खैर इट वाज वेरी नर्व रैकिंग. तो जब ये TCF हुआ शुरू बाय ग्रुप ऑफ पीपल, वी यूज्ड टू मीट एवरी मंडे इन आवर ऑफिस फॉर 3 to 4 hours. तो उस वक्त ये फैसला हुआ कि इनको एजुकेशन बहुत ज़रूरी है. इन लोगों जो अनएजुकेटेड लोग हैं, मोस्टली इन द कच्ची आबादीज़, और उसके बाद इनका पेट भरना ज़रूरी है. और पेट भरने के लिए वन हैड टू टीच हुनर. अगर आदमी मैट्रिक कर लेता है, BA कर लेता है, आप कहते हैं भाई तुम्हें आता क्या है? जी आता तो कुछ नहीं. आई वुड नॉट नो हाउ टू हायर हिम और व्हाट ही विल डू, बिकॉज वो बुद्धू का बुद्ध ही रहेगा, उसको अगर कुछ हुनर नहीं है तो. तो अराउंड 3.5 years ago we initiated this little program called the Hunar Foundation. इसमें एक पुरानी खटारा सी बिल्डिंग मिल गई थी जो 30-35 साल से बंद थी। ये फिरोज़ाबाद रोड पे एक राइट हैंड साइड पे खूनी झील होती थी जिसको उन्होंने भर दिया है। तो उस इलाके में हमें ये ज़मीन मिली, तो एक हॉल था उसमें जिसको हमने रीड्यू किया और वहाँ कंस्ट्रक्शन अलाउ नहीं हुई हमारी। तो व्हाट वी डिड वाज वी पुट सम कंटेनर्स एंड वी एक्चुअली इनिशिएटेड दिस। ये जो इससे पहले जो स्लाइड थी, ये कंटेनर्स जो हमने रखे, ये उसके बीच में एक खजूर का दरख्त जा रहा था। तो एक हमें स्पाइरल स्टेयरकेस चाहिए थी, एंड आई एज एन आर्किटेक्ट आई थॉट यार इट्स अ ग्रेट आइडिया कि भाई हमें पाइप तो मिल गया बीच का, तो उसके ऊपर हमने स्पाइरल स्टेयरकेस चला दी। अच्छा, ऊपर जाके आप खजूर भी तोड़ सकते हैं अब। तो हाउ मेनी ऑफ अस हैव अ स्पाइरल स्टेयरकेस अराउंड अ खजूर का दरख्त कि आप चढ़ें तोड़ के नीचे आ जाएं। Anyway, so there are 4 or 5 containers that are actually put one on top of the other. They're quite colorful. Containers रखने के बाद I asked Imran Mir कि यार इसको कुछ पेंट कर दो. So they're very vibrant colors done by Imran Mir. So ये participation बड़ी ज़रूरी होती है. Containers चाहिए थे. Went and met a friend, यार एक container दे दो. उन्होंने कहा 2.5 लाख का यहाँ ले लो यार. Now 1 लाख 2 लाख 1.5 50,000 कोई इशू नहीं होता लोगों को देने के लिए कि बिकॉज दे से कि ओके इट्स अ पार्ट ऑफ दैट। अब 1 से 50 लाख मांगने मुश्किल होते हैं, मगर खुदरे पैसे ले लें तो बहुत आसान होते हैं। इट्स लाइक बिरयानी का ठेला वर्सेस अ वेरी एक्सपेंसिव रेस्टोरेंट। उसके यहाँ 4 लोग आते हैं और हो सकता है कि इस दिन 4 भी नहीं आए, बिरयानी वाले के पास रोज़ रहते हैं। तो ये बिरयानी सेंटर के जैसे ये चीज़ बन गई कि एवरीबडी पार्टिसिपेटेड। एंड वो जो पहले का एक आपको व्यू दिखाया था, दिस इज दैट एरिया। दिस इज अ लिटिल मस्जिद दैट वी हैड डेवलप्ड विद सिंपल चारपाई टेक्नोलॉजी। तो ये वुडन फ्रेम्स लगा के वहीं के चौकीदारों से चारपाई बनवाई। ये एक फ्रेम को 200-200 रुपए का पड़ा था, एंड द मस्जिद इज देयर। सो आई एम सेइंग दैट आवर आर्किटेक्चरल एक्सपर्टीज वर यूज्ड by doing something very simple, very economical. हमने अपना हुनर दिखाया है इसके अंदर कि भाई हम ये ऐसे कर सकते हैं, but mostly for an education for the not so privileged people कि they can come and say कि यार ये तो बड़ा आसान है, मैं चारपाई क्यों नहीं रख सकता। अच्छा, as a child I remembered कि चारपाइयों में, by the way, I don't know whoever has slept on a चारपाई में खटमल हो जाते हैं, तो वो आप जाके धूप में रख देते हैं चारपाई को, और वो जब आप धूप में रखते हैं तो एज अ चाइल्ड यू गो अंडरनीथ द चारपाई और अपना घर बना लेते हैं जाके। ओके, ऑलवेज मेकिंग अ हाउस अंडर द चारपाई। एंड आई रिमेंबर्ड दैट इट वाज वेरी नाइस एंड शेडी अंडर द चारपाई, एंड दैट्स हाउ द आइडिया केम कि यार व्हाई डोंट वी जस्ट वीव समथिंग एंड मेक द शेडेड एरिया। बिकॉज 2 नमाजें होती हैं यहाँ, ज़ोहर और असर की। खैर अब मगरिब की भी होनी शुरू हो गई हैं। तो हुनर फाउंडेशन इज़ वन एरिया वेयर द ग्रुप वेंट एंड दे पार्टनर्ड विद द सिटी एंड गिल्ड्स ऑफ इंग्लैंड। इनको ब्रिटिश सर्टिफिकेट मिलता है, तो इसके बाद अब ये दुनिया में कहीं भी काम कर सकते हैं लड़के। 1 साल का कोर्स होता है, एंड वर्कशॉप्स जो हैं दे आर एज गुड एज एनीवेयर इन द वर्ल्ड। इनके औजार जो हैं दे आर एज गुड एज एनीवेयर इन द वर्ल्ड। बिकॉज अगर औजार आपके सही हैं तो हर चीज़ सही होती है। फिर पेंसिल अगर आपकी टूटी हुई है तो आप सही चीज़ नहीं बना सकते। कंप्यूटर अगर आपका जैम हो जाए तो मैं कह रहा हूँ घटिया चीज़ से घटिया ही चीज़ बनती है फिर। सो 5 टेक्नोलॉजीज इसमें सिखा रहे हैं, और जो माली का बेटा था या चौकीदार का बेटा था या ड्राइवर का बेटा था, they are all in Dubai and they are all in Saudi Arabia and they all did as a start making about 50,000-60,000 rupees a month, जो उनको ज़िंदगी भर कभी नहीं बनते हैं उनके। तो anyway, these are just a little intervention by an architectural office कि यार ये इसको कर देते हैं इसको। और कितना टाइम लगा है इसमें? It really did not take anything. Now ये 10 फुट की गली थी इसके पीछे, उसमें ये एक्चुअली इनके वेल्डिंग का एरिया है, वेल्डिंग भी सीख रहे हैं ये। तो वेंटिलेट कर दिया, सब कुछ कर दिया, सिंपल फ्री हैंड स्केचेस से ये पूरा कैंपस बना है जी. तो नेक्स्ट. Okay, we'll just breeze fast on the TCF schools. ये मैं आपको बता दूं, by the way, इसके कोई 930 schools बन चुके हैं अब तक, out of 1,000 जो हमारा गोल था. 1,20,000 बच्चे इसमें पढ़ रहे हैं, and there are about 6,000 teachers. And last year's metric exam जो हुए थे nationwide, they had a 51% A and A plus grade, A or A plus, 51% of all students. So which means that education quality is also very good. जो भी पढ़ा रहे हैं, हमने तो बिल्डिंग बना के आगे बढ़ गए थे हम, मगर ये सारी बिल्डिंगें कच्ची आबादियों में हैं, सारी बिल्डिंगें, barring maybe one or two. तो looking at a tree, looking at whatever, उसमें उसके चारों तरफ बनाया है, and it's good architecture, it's good, and most of these have been designed by Arshad himself and also supervised by Arshad. Kidney Center was one of the early ones that we helped out with. ये 1983 में बना था. This is about 30 years ago. I'm very proud. I was there day before yesterday, and it still looks very nice, and it's holding itself. Somebody talked of the Nasirwanji building earlier. This was a little madness. I mean, Akhil sitting here, जब मैंने इनसे बात की कि यार ये खारदर में बिल्डिंग है कि यार इसको वहाँ ले जाए, क्लिफ्टन ही से, are you mad? तो okay, so I think we were all mad. He was mad enough to even accept it कि हाँ यार चलो कर देते हैं ये, but हो गया ये. But I'm saying this is beyond professional practice. ये चीज़ आपको सिखाई नहीं जाती कि ये चीज़ें कर सकते हैं. आपका दिल होना चाहिए और will होनी चाहिए, तो one can move buildings. Okay, this is I think one of my most favorite projects and probably one of the most difficult things to do in an architect's practice. And you'll just be hearing Fariha Ubaid actually talk a little about some of her issues. But Fariha and I worked on this, mostly she worked on it. So I was, I guess, just a chabuk behind it. But what we ended up doing, इसका program जो होता है एक public toilet का, especially in Pakistan, कि आपको पता है कि जी जो चीज़ आप लगाते हैं अगर वो निकल सकती है तो निकल जाती है वो, और जो चीज़ घर लेके जा सकते हैं तो ले जाते हैं, जो चीज़ तोड़ सकते हैं तो टूट जाती है. तो it just becomes very, very difficult. How do you make a public toilet that's going to last at least 20, 30, 40 years? So what we did was, इसका it was a very, very simple plan that you have to. It was, look, the whole thing was made like a Lego. और एक चीज़ जो बहुत मुश्किल थी कि ये पब्लिक टॉयलेट्स आप वहाँ बनाएंगे जहाँ होते नहीं टॉयलेट्स, कि या तो कोई बाज़ार है या एम्प्रेस मार्केट है या wherever, and it had to come up in a very small location. And so we could not rely on contractors कि वो टाइल कैसे लगाएगा, तो प्लास्टर कैसे करेगा, तो सीधी दीवार होगी नहीं होगी. So this whole thing was developed on like a Lego system. The next slide will actually show a little. कि one actually started with one little segment, and that's how the whole thing began. And the entire toilet was made out of precast concrete, and they were just put together, and you have a ready toilet in a week to 10 days that I hope will last at least our lifetime. Now, दिमाग में होता रहे यार आप टॉयलेट डिज़ाइन करते हैं, तो आई एम वेरी प्राउड ऑफ इट कि आई डिड दिस, बिकॉज And we had this inaugurated by the governor. No, we didn't ask him to use it, but that was in the inauguration. But he came and he cut the ribbon. And anyway, this particular one is across Empress Market in Jahangir Park. So, and many others were made around the civil courts and around civil hospital and various areas. And then I was very happy to see that Lahore had actually picked up this idea in Islamabad, but unfortunately what they did, उन्होंने block का बना के उसके ऊपर plaster करके उन्होंने pattern बनाया उसके ऊपर, which was really not the idea. The idea for making a little texture on it was that people cannot post bills on it, and they're reasonably clean, they're reasonably maintained. And if you need to move it, अच्छा एक चीज़ और इसमें बहुत अच्छी है कि any kind of a contractor can make it. One person can pick up this whole block. He actually goes around his waist and he picks up one block and he can walk. और जाके कोई crane की ज़रूरत नहीं है, किसी और चीज़ की ज़रूरत नहीं है. It's 1 foot high and 2 foot on one side and 2 foot on one side. So it's basically a 1 foot by 4 foot slab that you can put against your waist. And it's open air, by the way, so ventilation का मसला नहीं है कोई. और बारिश आए तो you get a free shower. So, okay, next. Okay. This, by the way, is the next campaign that we have begun. बहुत हो गया. I think every one of us has this in our mind that I don't think any one of us can take the nonsense that's going on in our city or in the country at large. And this is another thing that we have begun. I just would like to show you a little clip of an Indian, a very rich Indian scientist who, his name is Bankar Roy. I'm sure a lot of you must have seen this, what he initiated in India, and it'll just be food for thought that what all we can do as little interventions. So do you think we can play that? This was the TEDx program.
I'd like to take you to another world, and I'd like to share a 45-year-old love story with the poor living on less than $1 a day. I went to a very elitist, snobbish, expensive education in India, and that almost destroyed me. I was all set to be a diplomat, teacher, doctor, all laid out. I don't look it, but I was the Indian national squash champion for 3 years. The whole world was laid out for me. Everything was on my feet. Could do nothing wrong. And then I thought, out of curiosity, I'd like to go and live in a work, and just see what a village is like. So in 1965, I went to what is called the worst Bihar famine in India, and I saw starvation, death, people dying of hunger for the first time. Changed my life. Came back home, told my mother, I like to live and work in a village. Mother went into a coma. What is this? The whole world is laid out for you, the best jobs are laying out for you, and you want to go and work in a village? I mean, is there something wrong with you? I said, no, I've got the best education, it made me think, and I wanted to give something back in my own way. what do you want to do in a village? No job, no money, no security, no prospect. I said, I want to live and dig wells for 5 years. Dig wells for 5 years? You went to the most expensive school and college in India and you want to dig wells for 5 years? She didn't speak to me for a very long time because she thought I'd let my family down. But then I was exposed to the most extraordinary knowledge and skills that very poor people have, which is never brought into mainstream, which is never identified, respected, applied on a large scale. And I thought I'd start a barefoot college only for the poor. What the poor thought was important would be reflected in the college. Went to this village for the first time. Elders came to me and said, "Are you running from the police?" I said, "No." "You failed in your exam?" I said, "No." "You didn't get a government job?" I said, "No." "What are you doing here? Why are you here? The educational system in India makes you look at Paris and Delhi and Zurich. What are you doing in this village? Is there something wrong with you you're not telling us?" I said, "No. I want to actually start a college only for the poor. What the poor thought was important would be reflected in the college." So then they gave me some very sound and profound advice. They said, "Please, don't bring anyone with a degree and qualification into your college." So it's the only college in India where if you should have a PhD or a master's, you're disqualified to come. You have to be a cop-out or a washout or a dropout to come to our college. You have to work with your hands. You have to have a dignity of labor. You have to show that you have a skill that you can offer to the community and provide a service to the community. So we started the Barefoot College, and we redefined professionalism. Who is a professional? A professional is someone who has a combination of competence, confidence, and belief. A water diviner is a professional. A traditional midwife is a professional. A traditional bone setter is a professional. These are professionals all over the world. You'll find them in any inaccessible village around the world. And we thought that these people should come into mainstream and show that the knowledge and skills that they have is universal. It needs to be used, it needs to be applied, it needs to be shown to the world outside that these knowledge and skills are relevant even today. So the college works following the lifestyle and work style of Mahatma Gandhi. You eat on the floor, you sleep on the floor, you work on the floor. There are no contracts, no written contracts. You can stay with me for 20 years, go tomorrow. And no one can get more than $100 a month. You come for the money, you don't come to Barefoot College. You come for the work and the challenge, you come to the Barefoot College. That is where we want you to try crazy ideas. Whatever idea you have, come and try. Doesn't matter if you fail. Battered, bruised, you start again. It's the only college where the teacher is the learner and the learner is the teacher. And it's the only college where you don't give a certificate. You are certified by the community you serve. You don't need a paper to hang on the wall to show that you are an engineer. So when they said that, they said, "Well, show us what is possible. What are you doing? This is all mumbo jumbo if you can't show it on the ground." So we built the first Barefoot College in 1986. It was built by 12 barefoot architects who can't read and write. Built on $1.50 a square foot. 150 people lived there, worked there. They got the Aga Khan Award for Architecture in 2002. But then they suspected, they thought there was an architect behind it. I said, yes, they made the blueprints, but the barefoot architects actually constructed the college. We are the only ones who actually returned the award for $50,000 because they didn't believe us and we thought that they were actually casting aspersions on the barefoot architects of Telonia. I asked a forester, high-powered, paper-qualified expert. I said, "What can you build in this place?" He had one look at the soil and said, "Forget it, no way, nothing can work. No water, rocky soil. I was in a bit of a spot, and I said, okay, I'll go to the old man in the village and say, what should I grow in this pot? He looked quietly at me and said, you build this, you put this, and it'll work. This is what it looks like today. Went to the roof, and all the women said, clear out. The men should clear out because we don't want to share this technology with the men. This is waterproofing the roof. It is a bit of jaggery, bit of urine, and a bit of other things I don't know, but it actually doesn't leak. Since 1986, it hasn't leaked. This technology, the women will not share with the men. It's the only college which is fully solar electrified. All the power comes from the sun. 45 kilowatts of panels on the roof, and everything works out of the sun for the next 25 years. So long as the sun shines, I have no problem with power. But the beauty is that it was installed by a priest, a Hindu priest who's only done 8 years of primary schooling. Never been to school, never been to college. He knows more about solar than anyone I know anywhere in the world. Guaranteed. Food, if you come to the Barefoot College, is solar cooked. But the people who fabricated that solar cooker are women. Illiterate women who actually fabricate the most sophisticated solar cooker. It's a parabolic Schaeffler solar cooker. Unfortunately, they're almost half German. They're so precise. You'll never find Indian women so precise. Absolutely to the last inch, they can make that cooker. And we have 60 meals twice a day of solar cooking. We have a dentist. She's a grandmother, illiterate, who's a dentist. She actually looks after the teeth of 7,000 children. Barefoot technology. This was 1986, no engineer, no architect thought of it, but we are collecting rainwater from the roofs. Very little water is wasted. All the roofs are connected underground to a 400,000 liter tank, and no water is wasted. If we have 4 years of drought, we still have water in the campus because we collect rainwater. 60% of children don't go to school because they have to look after animals, sheep, goats, domestic chores. So we thought of starting a school at night for the children. They're called the night schools of Thilonia. Over 75,000 children have gone through these night schools because it's for the convenience of the child. It's not for the convenience of the teacher. And what do we teach in these schools? Democracy, citizenship, how you should measure your land, what you should do if you're arrested, what you should do if your animal is sick. This is what we teach in the night schools. But all the schools are solar lit. Every 5 years, we have an election between 6 to 14-year-old children participate in a democratic process, and they elect a prime minister. The prime minister is 12 years old. She looks after 20 goats in the morning, but she's prime minister in the evening. She has a cabinet, Minister for Education, Minister for Energy, Minister for Health, and they actually monitor and supervise 150 schools for 7,000 children. She got the World's Children's Prize 5 years ago, and she went to Sweden. First time ever going out of a village, never seen Sweden, wasn't dazzled at all by what was happening. And the Queen of Sweden, who's there, turned to me and said, can you ask this child where she got her confidence from? She's only 12 years old, and she's not dazzled by anything. And the girl who's on her left turned to me and looked at the Queen straight in the eye and said, please tell her I'm the Prime Minister.
Okay, just I thought it was very interesting, very nice. एक चीज़ बस आखिर में मैं ये कहना चाहता हूँ कि आर्किटेक्चर ने ये जो भी हमें सिखाया है उसको हमें सोचना सिखाया है, मगर ये आप याद रखें कि आर्किटेक्चर ने हमारी इंसानियत ख़त्म नहीं की, कूट कूट के भरी है हमारे में इंसानियत, बिकॉज हम तो काम ही करते हैं सिर्फ इंसानों के लिए. Yes, there is a little business in our profession, but most of our profession is about helping others. Whether you charge money or you don't charge money, that's your prerogative. But I think it's very important that we spend some of our time helping others. And I would say that this really says it all, that you have to break the barrier that is within your mind. कि हम दफ्तर में काम करेंगे तो काम है, उसके बाद काम नहीं है. I don't think our work ever stops. So break your barrier. Thank you.